Hey everybody, welcome to Altered Judgement. Was anyone else really pissed off when they found out pickleball was a sport and not a sphere of dill-flavored goodness? That's kind of like when I found out that a shuttlecock is the thing you hit in badminton and not just a giant dick rocket. Stick around.
Disclaimer, what you're about to hear may or may not have been influenced by fear. Just friends being friends, talking shit all night. But hold on tight, cause you're in for the ride on Altered Judgement. Altered Judgement. Talking about fast food, hockey, colonoscopy, surfing culture, aliens in the 90s. On Altered Judgement.
We got to get out to one of their shows.
Definitely.
There's the next one is like fucking Friday, and I still work. If it wasn't Friday, we could do it. Anyway,
So, yeah, I still feel food in my teeth. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Altered Judgement. It's good to be back in the studio again. We still have the Megadeth setup here, but we definitely flipped some things around. You know, the first episode, figuring out the new setup, it was a trial and error. I think this is we're going to share some pictures, but
I promise it's not changing this time. This is a fully realized studio.
we have an actual, you know, it is still in Alex's attic, but this is actually a studio. Like
It's a
this wasn't-
legit studio.
This wasn't filming with Charlotte's like toys behind the camera.
You were tripping over toddler toys.
We have an Altered Judgment studio, and she's sexy.
She's sexy. When we have guests, you'll get a better gist of it. I'll definitely show a little bit, but there's the Philly wall, which is going to expand. This stuff, we're going to end up having more and more things. It's going to get out of control. The whole space is now studio. We got a guitar.
I swear I'm trying to pay attention, but we also have the Flyers on here. But I don't know what time you'll be seeing this, but right now the Flyers are on 3 games left in the regular season. Currently, they're up 3-1 against Winnipeg.
Don't want to jinx it, but
So, yeah, but hopefully when you watch this, the Flyers are in the middle of a playoff push.
they should be.
I mean, I think I called that. I made that bold prediction when we recorded
You did.
at Van Loos.
At Van
I was like,
Loos.
they're going to make it. So
I think the other reason that this studio and this environment now fits is we are very much going to lean into a radio vibe. I already feel like this setup, like the way we're sitting now, the way it just feels radio to me. It feels comfortable. I can't wait to get guests in here for them to experience this because like it's wild.
we're going to talk more about it, like our influences on like this whole that made a major influence on what had this whole setup style even start was a radio show, a specific radio show we'll talk more about. But yeah, we've mentioned a few times that we're going to start leaning more into music, and we're definitely like we're looking to go more in that direction with things too, and include that. Not that we're going to get away from the other things, local food and drink. I mean, hell, later this episode we got another backyard buzz.
Steel Penny.
Yeah. So you're going to see a sample. I saw the foods on when I arrived. Oh my God.
We've got it's a journey. We start with a nice little salad, got a couple sandwiches to try, and then a couple different styles of pizza, and I cannot wait.
Sorry, can't clear my voice, man, dude. I've had a long day. I had like 6 hours, and it was my boys' opening day for baseball.
How'd they do?
Aiden's team won.
Nice.
I don't
Is it
remember
coach
score 'cause he
pitch
was
at
on-
this age? Or?
No. They're both. So Joey's last year of the youth baseball league, and he's in the majors. Aiden is in AA.
Okay. That's cool how they do it. I like that.
But yeah, Aiden's team won, but he was on the field that didn't have a scoreboard, so I don't know what the score was. And they're playing the same time. I had to go back and forth. The fields were next to each other.
You need monitors.
Joey's team got
Spanked.
It's all right.
Hey, you're not.
You know
going
what
them all.
though? He struck out once, but then he got walked the second time. I'll tell you what, the kid, he's got a good eye. Like he's got to work on his swing, but he
half
walks
the battle,
a lot.
dude. Half the
It's
battle.
like I think of the movie Moneyball.
Okay.
Why do we like him? Because he gets on base.
That's honestly, that's half the battle. You can try and crack it over the fence as much as you, but those guys that can get on base consistently are worth more than that.
Yeah. So I'm a little tired, but you know what? I feel like it's going to make for a better episode.
It's going to get silly up in here.
Yeah. So yeah, but we're going to try some food. You brought something interesting that you wanted me to try.
So in the local theme, I personally love Surfside and Stateside canned cocktail drinks. They came out with something new called Superlyte. They're supposed to taste like your favorite Gatorade, so we'll be the judge of that. But it is a Gatorade-esque like sports drink with vodka, no bubbles. And that's the biggest thing I like. I hate when they get carbonated. For some reason, that just throws me off.
So it hydrates and dehydrates you?
We're going to find out.
Okay.
But we're going to try those, keeping it local, trying something new. Beyond that, I mean, we got some stuff. I think we're going to talk about radio in general and our influence. And that's a lot of stuff we sat down coming out of season 1, which ended with episode 10. And coming to this, we really sat down and tried to figure out where we want to go with this and our inspiration and things we want to latch on to.
What this was going to become.
Exactly.
You know.
And we have big plans for this, and we hope it gets to that point. But this setup is the next step for our goals with this as a thing.
And we don't want you to think that you're not going to get the stuff you've like come to love for the people who've been our day ones that we very much appreciate. You're still going to have our jokes. You're still going to have the altered journeys will still be a thing. We'll still have
none of that's going anywhere.
All that kind of stuff to go along with it. We're still drinking our Van Loos. We got our couple Altered Judgments left. I mean, I think they're going to have to.
These are an endangered species.
They're going to have to work on a new batch because these things are flying off the shelf from what we heard.
I think there are like 2 or 3 4-packs left by the time we got these. So get them while they last. So and they're still in draft.
Yeah. Thanks again to Van Loos. As always, we're always enjoying your beverages while we record here. I think we're also another thing we want to mention to our followers and listeners is we're making a big push here to try to hit a specific number on YouTube.
We're trying to get to 100 on YouTube. We aren't that far away. We need 18 of you who we know watch to just hit that subscribe button.
We didn't think we were going to be near 100 this like soon. And I mean, actually, by the time this is airing and we're recording a next episode, we're probably about, believe it or not,
we're pretty close.
6 months out since we started recording this. So
we couldn't have done it without you guys. So thank you. And for what it's worth, the subscribe thing isn't just for us. What's cool about that is whether you do it on Spotify or YouTube, it lets you know when we pop new stuff out there. And I'll say we drop Friday. Usually we drop Thursday, but hey, maybe I'll just sneak some stuff in there. But now you'll know. If you're on YouTube, it'll ping and let you know. A little dot. And then it just tells you we're doing stuff.
You might be having a shitty day at work and, ready to quit. And then ding, ooh, more Altered Judgment.
More Altered Judgment.
You know what? I'll hang on for this paycheck a little longer.
Bingo. That's what we hope. That's what we hope this does for you. That's what it does for us.
We're trying to prevent you from going into financial ruin because you're pissed with your boss.
This is all for you guys.
That's why we do it.
Next time around, though, if you can hit that subscribe button, YouTube, even Spotify. Spotify, you're our loyalists, man. We love you guys. Next time you listen, hit that subscribe. Thank you.
You'll be happy you did.
You will be happy you did. But I think we're going to dive into some stuff. We got some good topics. We're going to touch on radio and some things in general. I also wanted to deep dive into what I think is a conspiracy in regards to the Wawa smell and where did it go?
Yeah. Teasing that one a little bit, but I think you're going to want to stick around for that because I bet you as soon as you heard him say that, you just had that same aha moment.
When it came to me, I did too. I was like, wait a second, it's gone. And when did it go away? And we're going to dive into that.
That and much more. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
So we're back. And we are going to drink some stuff. Alex, I'm throwing this to you to set
Please
up.
do. So this is on me. But I was curious because, like I said, I love Surfside and Stateside. I prefer Surfside. The teas, that's my thing. So when these came out, I was curious. I didn't think they were Surfside or they Stateside initially, but they are. They look very different from what you're typically used to seeing. You can see, actually, this angle is sick. So it does look like Joe's about to die Easter eggs. It's a nice little rainbow going this way.
This one definitely looks like it's a fucking water from the water boy.
It also looks like I should do, you ever see those people that like play in the glass?
Man. It's still cool, Vicky Valancourt.
It saves them at the end. Spoilers. It almost feels like we should be doing that like glass rim thing with the different noises and just making. But I mean, they were interesting. They're local, and hey, why not?
We love local.
We love local.
So we're gonna go super hard with Superlytes.
I feel like we should start with one, talk a bit, and then work them in for the rest of it.
I think we go the order that I established.
The
Let's start
Naranja?
with orange.
I don't think I arranged the cans in the right order, did I?
Well, how does it look
I
for
don't
them?
care.
Yeah, who
It
cares?
looks good for me.
Wow, I poured way less. See, we didn't really gauge this one. I have some that are fuller than his. I
Yeah.
think.
Well, here we go. Let's see if it tastes like. I guess it would be like an orange Gatorade.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
so
like orange Gatorade.
to me, it tastes like. I don't know if you ever, orange drink is literally what it was called. Like less of a Gatorade, more of like that orange drink. You could get it anywhere. It was just like in a big gallon, and it was just that does taste orange. No, the Gatorade tail's there.
I get orange Gatorade, but like maybe something that would be like a sugar-free one, like a stevia type.
A little
of
bit
taste to
on the
it.
tail. It's not bad.
No, not at all. I don't mind.
I would definitely. This would be a good post game, a good post hockey drink if you weren't drinking beer.
You know, that's what I was thinking. That if that's what you were looking at these for.
Mm-hmm.
Light. They're all sub 5.
I do believe there are actually no electrolytes in here, though. Nope. A lot of blue number 1.
It's light.
It's
and
dude, it
tastes
is
light.
good. I will say it is good. It's definitely
I don't hate it. I like it. Yeah.
I would argue there's nothing else out there on the market like it. It is definitely unique. I'm a big fan of no bubbles. For me, once you start cruising stuff with bubbles, it's like meh.
Yeah.
But do you want to do this do you just want to run through them and do them all?
Let's just try all of them.
I'm down for that.
No, okay. Let's go. Are you just killing it? All right. Yeah.
I mean, they're 4%ers, and that's the
It's
2
true.
cans. We going green? We going green?
Gone green.
All right, so the next one is a lemon lime. I always ended up, I feel like I gravitated towards lemon lime Gatorade, but, you know,
Yeah, I always like lemon lime
there's
Gatorade.
just something about, it already smells straight up like
It
lemon lime
does.
Gatorade. Spot on. That
Yep.
literally tastes like lemon lime Gatorade.
Yep.
You wouldn't know the difference. That's dangerous.
That's a problem.
Ooh. It's actually the perfect thing to be drinking a sports drink
Watching
while
sports.
watching sports. Flyers still up 3-1.
Let's go.
Let's go Flyers.
Keep it together, guys. The problem, though, with these, that there's no
There's no hint.
alcohol.
If
taste
you
whatsoever.
if you didn't know,
you would be
wouldn't
drinking
know.
this, thinking I'm hydrating, and then all of a sudden,
there's not even a bite to it. Like
No.
there's nothing. I literally think these would be the perfect time to drink these would be like a post game, like a tailgate or a post sporting event.
or this is for someone who wants to have a drink with people who's not a big drinker and doesn't like the bite
Yeah.
of alcohol.
What do you say?
really.
They're 4.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is. I saw these actually. The place we go up the street, the patio, which is awesome. So I feel like we'll incorporate them into this show at some point. But it's a great spot. They got these, and you can get them there because they can do everything local over there. And that's where I saw them. I was like, I want to try them. And yeah, that's exactly what they're designed for. Literally like that post game vibe. Or a
We
light
don't
drink.
we don't have to kill it. We can drink on these during the
Yeah. I only slammed the orange one because
Yeah.
I don't know.
Plus, killing the equivalent of 2 drinks. Real
Killing
quick
in the
probably
name
would be,
of. Yeah.
not a great idea. All right, fruit. So
Oh, dude, this smells like
fruit punch.
fruit punch Gatorade. Cheers.
Here, I'm gonna cheers and get a little sniff.
It does. Dude, they smell like the Gatorade equivalent.
They do.
Ooh, that one might be my favorite thus far.
I don't dislike it, but I'm gonna be honest. That one's my least favorite so far.
I guess maybe because for me it gave off like that ice pop nostalgia. It almost tastes like a melted ice pop.
I think the lemon lime so far has been my favorite.
The blue looks like it's gonna
Save you in the end of the bourbon bowl after you got a cheap shot.
Let's move on to the blue. Dabba D, dabba da.
It's still cold.
Oh, dude. That one smells aggressive in a good way. That's not the taste I was expecting
Me
from that.
neither.
And I don't hate it. That is not what I would expect based on the smell.
Nah.
Hold on. Got to revisit that one. I would argue it doesn't taste like the blue Gatorade in any capacity.
No, it definitely doesn't.
I would
Yeah, it's not bad.
No. That one's up there.
Yeah, I might still put it under the lemon lime,
Yeah, I mean,
but it was better. It was definitely better than the fruit punch and better than the orange.
I would argue orange is my bottom, but again, it's not bad. I would do, for me, it'd be blue and lemon lime are very close. I think blue would be my top. And then it's a very tight race between lemon lime and red.
I'm going lemon lime, blue, orange, fruit punch.
All righty. Hey, look, I'm a fruit punch guy.
I normally am too. It's
It's not a typical fruit punch taste. I'll give you that.
I'll give it one more, but
No, now going back to it, it's a little different. It hits a little different now. All good. I would say it's the final verdict on it. It's a very unique drink. It's definitely, like Joe said, it's something on the lighter side for somebody who doesn't want to be crushing, 9% IPAs. It'd be great for like a spring. It'd be good. It's a good summer drink.
Oh, 100 or beach. I see like on the beach.
Oh yeah, on the beach. Or I would argue for those of you who have that bougie Ninja slushy machine, if you dump these guys in there, that'd
You
be
can make
delicious.
some killer adult slushies. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're unique. I haven't had anything like it. I've always liked anything Surfside or I keep saying Surfside. Stateside has done. So this is another one that's on the list of something I would keep around. It's unique.
I'd say give it a whirl if you're.
Definitely give it a try. It's unique New York.
Oh my god!
And it even though there's no bubbles, it produces great burps.
Yeah, like that.
That's a good summer vibe.
Speaking of production,
Speaking of production,
there's production of radio that goes.
there
on.
is production radio. I like that segue.
You know me.
Oh God, let's
I
go.
work on those. So yeah, we're getting back to kind of what we talked about in the beginning of the show. Radio. There's one specific show we're going to shout them out that really we would say is an influence.
I would say for both of us, like when we started talking about it was a big piece of I would even argue like early childhood into adult, and then carry through. Like they've always been with me on the car rides.
They were on. Yeah, you know, when I was high school, and and I'm probably gonna make them feel like real shit now. That different station, and they moved right around when I was off to college to WMMR. But we're talking about Preston Steve.
Yeah, if you didn't guess already, they're the definition of Philly radio.
I mean, that's the thing. We're talking about a big influence on us. Talk about radio. We're talking about Philly. You can't not talk about Philly radio without Preston Steve.
They've been a huge influence on this program, whether it be us acknowledging it or just in passing. Like it was one of those things where like my parents listened to it in the car rides, and I listened to it at a younger age because they were listening to it in the car rides. Like my mornings, I would argue it's the radio equivalent of, for me, like how kids were like, if I was off from school, it was like Price is Right. It's that kind of level of nostalgia where it was always Preston Steve.
When I was commuting every day, whether it was school or when I had I worked closer here in the state. I work when I go in the office, I go out of state now. I was definitely listening to them a lot more. It was definitely like a daily thing, and I remember this is a fun fact. I was super jealous of her. My sister, who will be on the show eventually, actually was an intern on the Preston Steve show.
Jelly.
Circa like 2012, 2013. It was like around her senior year of college. But so if you ever heard them talk about intern Mary, the tall redhead, just meant, I know her and Preston apparently talked about video games and Zelda a lot.
For what it's worth, when their interns come back on, like they remember all of them.
Yes.
Everybody in passing, like that. I guess that's the biggest thing for me. Like that show has always felt like family. Like the cluster, the core of them has always felt like family. It's way more than a radio show. There's event, everything. I mean, Camp Out for Hunger, all the stuff they do. I mean, it's so much more than just a radio show.
Yeah. And that's why last year was tough.
Yeah.
And we don't work at the station, so we can air our opinions more.
Yes,
so that
we can.
Sure they can. But listen, a big focus of this show is obviously local. It's obviously about promoting the little guy over the big guy. And I think what we can say about and I'm back and forth on whether we want to name drop them just because I don't want to.
Man, we can always edit it, so let her rip, dude. I can beep it out.
Fucking Beasley bought this radio station, and it's like the same thing you see with freaking venture capital. They come in, they gut it to try to sell you something different that doesn't cost them as much, and call it the same thing, and you could feel it.
Yeah, it definitely feels different. I
mean,
still listen, but
same.
You can tell. And when Kathy was first taken off the show, I flipped between both shows, and it was tough because like I would love listening to Kathy because like that was the piece that I felt was missing from Preston Steve. But then the other segments on Kathy's show, I'd be like, I'm missing. So you literally took a family and then separated. Like, here's two separate programs.
It even started before they hit Preston Steve though. Like when they let Jackson go during the afternoon.
Yeah.
Like,
I get that you're a business at the end of the day. Guys, timeout. Flyers scored. It
hey.
4-1. Wait.
Let's keep it up, guys.
Keep it up, guys. Now back to our regular
You
schedule
can also
programming.
listen to the flyer sometime in the
You
MNR.
can.
So this is it ties in.
There you go.
But yeah, no, there's this drive to, they're like, and I've heard other, you hear other radio stations across the country. Like I remember driving down to Washington DC one time for work,
Which we're going to do again soon.
yeah, that's coming up. We'll talk more about that, but very famous radio station down there, DC 101.
That's big.
I mean, that's Stern.
That's a big one. Yeah.
Stern made his like
That was where he's
chops there,
exactly.
right? And you could tell it wasn't that live DJs. It was that auto like attendant DJ top 40 bullshit.
Yeah.
And look, you could do top 40. You could do top 40 with DJs and still have a good radio station. It's just
It's a tough topic for us because it hurts.
To me, though, it's just like, I get there's things you can automate, but the thing you listen to radio for, yes, it was the songs. It's also about the personalities.
I would even make the parallel to episode 10 when we talked about the shows, where the TV shows where you got so involved in those characters because they built that relationship for you by the way they scripted them. And then to take those, that's the same thing.
Right.
You build this relationship, and I would argue it's even more of a formed relationship than a show, because I listened to Preston Steve, like I said, since like maybe 8 or 9 as a kid, and I'm 37 now, and that Preston Steve has been a part of my life.
And again, it's always like, it's about people who don't need to make more money making more money.
Correct.
Melissa was watching, she's big on The Boys on Amazon Prime.
Love that show.
And so she's watching Amazon Prime, and we didn't pay for the no ads. We just have our Prime subscription. And it's like stopping for ads every fucking 10 minutes. It's like Bezos just rented out a fucking city.
It's also-
Does he need, he rented out a fucking city to marry a second wife. Does he need that $2.99 to going up to $4.99 a month?
Not
He's
at all.
rich as fuck.
Dude, and here's the other thing. Not only are they very prominent, they're at the shittiest spot. It'll be like the perfect climax of a show or movie. Like, here comes a fucking ad.
Yes.
Like, and it's like 2.5 minutes.
If you want to make ad revenue on these products, fine. Here's what you know what I think most people would say they could live with? 90 seconds at the beginning of an episode.
Well, here's what I was going to say. So,
And then nothing in the middle.
one thing I love about Peacock, especially for Charlotte, because she loves a lot of the kids' movies are on there. Peacock will literally, they'll pop up a thing and be like, we're going to run these ads for the first 2 minutes, and then there's going to be no interruption on your movie. And I love that.
That's fine.
That
And
is
it doesn't
fucking
it
great.
makes the ads not seem as bad.
But it's also, you're getting the same revenue.
Yeah.
So, like, what's the fucking
So
problem?
why you can get what you want out of it. You make the ads not skippable. People are going to watch it because they're going to want to keep
forced to.
binging the episode. It's just you're not breaking up the entertainment of the episode for
Correct.
them, and they're not going to be as pissed that you're making them watch
No
these
lie, like
ads.
I was watching, Reacher. I started watching Reacher on Prime, and it would be like a peak action scene, like the pivot of that episode, and it's a commercial. I'm like, you ruined what the original creator of the show was trying to accomplish by throwing your ad in here, and that's fucked up to them too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, obviously it cycled back in 2 minutes, and I picked up where, but at the same time, the whole point of that build up is for you to watch it uninterrupted. And then to take that away does change the feeling you got
Very
from that
climactic feeling, and then all of a sudden it's like, does your ass itch when you sweat?
show. I'm like, yes, it does, but I was trying to watch a fucking show.
Use our powder.
And then I'm
magical
trying to,
formula.
I'm like trying to get back into Reacher, and then I'm reaching around trying to
Yeah.
fucking scratch my ass because now I've acknowledged that my ass fucking itches.
It's like I've discovered a secret that may lead us to the killer.
Like I was trying to enjoy a show. Don't bring out my
Only dish detergent that you can use to get those stains off is Dawn. Like, and then you find yourself, here's the funny thing, you find yourself getting pissed at the product. You're like, fuck you, Dawn. I'm
Yeah,
not buying you because you're interrupting my entertainment.
because that's part of it too. The whole point of advertisements is to kind of like plant
Disclaimer,
that-
we don't have a problem against Dawn. Dawn is a fine detergent.
Please don't come after us, Little Debbie. Though, fuck you.
Yeah, whatever.
Yes, you let it go finally. But
Just
no,
like-
it's the other thing is like, okay, if you're gonna do, if you have to put the ads through, make them make sense. Like you said, like some of the stuff they plug in there has nothing to do with it. Like maybe try and at least tether it to the content
Right.
or make it relevant in some way. But it's so far off the cuff that it's like fucking.
And so, but getting back to the point about our love for Preston Steve and what they went through, like, so they had to go like 2025. So they had to not have Kathy on anymore. And that was heartbreaking to listen to. Cause like you said, they were, you could tell they were family.
Yeah.
And the dynamic that they had made over literal decades
Yes.
together. then 2020, you know, we were all hit by surprise by Pierre dying. That feels like you lost
a piece of Philly.
You did. Pierre Robert was Philadelphia.
Yes.
I mean, you know, and I you know, and then shortly after that, and I'm sure a lot of things that included had an influence on Nick McIlwain leading. And I like that he's been open and honest about talking about his mental health. That's something that we've certainly acknowledged on this show.
That's a big deal. But dude, the stuff when you start hearing like the stories that came after Pierre passed of just how much of a good person is, how many people's lives he touched just being himself. He didn't even go out, he was just a good guy.
There's certain you know, there's always going to be people who will have something snarky to say, no matter what, who it is, whatever. I will say that was probably the fewest and farthest in between I've ever seen when, like, it was pretty much universal. People who hadn't listened for radio for a long time. Like, Pierre definitely, like, to me, again, you know, we have the, you know, the Philly skyline up here in the studio. You know, we're watching the Flyers. I got this shirt here. Very Philly. He's one of those things where, you know, if you had to pick like on one hand certain things that
he's
you would
there, the Mount Rushmore. When people say
Philly,
make the Mount Rushmore of Philly,
Pierre Robert,
I would put Pierre Robert 100%.
So it's, you know, and it's just, and I listen. Believe me, I still listen now. I'm not like Preston Steve with Casey Boy and Marissa now, which is nice that Marissa's moved more to actually on the mic more.
Yes.
It's, you know. I'm not. You know, I still love it. I still laugh. It's just, but
still watching,
you know,
listening, watching. Well, that's what's cool too.
It felt like you felt bad because you could tell it was put on them.
It was that episode that the next time they aired after everything went down, it was uncomfortable, and you could tell they were uncomfortable, but they had to tiptoe around it, and it was just like that. That has to be such an awkward balance of things that you have to skate this line while still like you lost a family member. And that's the best way to put it is your family. They took your family member from you.
And it's all these things like that. Again, it's just getting back to these things we grew up with and the things that people in these big companies just take more and more away from, you know, again, we're not trying to get
trying to pile on, guys.
We're not trying to pile on, but again, like there's a reason in this also that we are focusing on local. I mean, not just, but it's also it's wanting to take something back that I feel like's been taken from us.
Like obviously we're on a much smaller scale, but like that whole formula and what Preston Steve and everybody involved built is like that's the drive behind what we're doing. Like that's why we want to bring on local. We want to feature, you know, the local restaurants that might have fallen under radar or get involved in community events or just bring it together. Bring musicians on, get local music. Like that's what I love. Like Preston
We've been
Steve,
diving in the comedy, the local comedy scene, you know, and that kind of thing. Like
homegrown stuff. There's so much out there that just doesn't get the exposure because, you know, you're not already famous or you don't have that, but there's so much good stuff just waiting to be discovered. And like, we're a small platform, but we're going to do everything we can to bring that to you however we can, whether it's in studio or just sharing stuff with you. Like we love this and we want to embody what they did and kind of go back to those roots. And that's what we're going to try and do with this program and hope that it does exactly what we're expecting for you guys.
It's a radio revolution. It's not FM radio. It's Eff-Em radio.
It's Eff-Em radio.
That's, you know, Eff-Em. That's Eff-Em. All I could, these big companies that are buying up these big media companies that are buying up things and just tearing it apart and be like, oh, it's the same shit. They'll keep buying. Eff-Em.
The only company that has control over us is PJP. And guess what?
That's us.
That's us. We control ourselves. So, you know, our boss is ourselves. So, hey, it's like let me speak to the manager.
And we're not making big bucks off this anytime soon. You see, we think we're so funny. Hey, let's try shitty liquor from another city and make faces on camera. That'll sell.
But I mean, that's where everything starts. You got to go back to your roots. Like we're trying to, that's what we've kind of tried to encompass in what would albeit be season 2 of this. But we sat down. This is what we want to do. This is what we love. This is what this program is going to be. And
albeit on the micro scale that it's been on for us at this point, that when you do come up to us and say, you guys are, I love this. I like what you do. Like that is the validation for what we're doing. Like, you know, we question sometimes, are we being a couple of morons here?
We probably are.
Well, we really are.
But we are entertaining morons.
But, you know, we love hearing that people are receptive to it. We want to, in the same way that people give us a shot, help other people get noticed and grow. Like, again, this is something that it's a reclaiming of a medium that was taken from us, albeit in a different format, and embracing the local community, not just giving some rich fucks more money.
Fair. I would argue it's part reclamation, part evolution, because I think things are shifting, like this medium and digesting content on the fly. Like, yes, I still listen to Preston Steve. I'll listen to it on the car ride taking Charlotte to school. I'll literally come home on work and I'll throw the YouTube stream on because I love seeing it too. So to be able to do that is awesome. And I think that's what we're trying to encompass here. Like, there's an audio component to us, there's a video component to us, but like, we want to claim that back. Like that, we feel like that's on the out. After a certain point on MMR now, I don't know exact time it happens, but after a certain point, like it's like you said, it's very robotic. The DJing.
I haven't heard late night for a while. I mean, thank God they still have Jackie Bam Bam there who does their late like shifts, and he's, again, the radio is about the personalities. It's, anybody can hit play on something. You listen to these because talking about a different stage, same company, because it was MGK. A guy I love listening, Andre Gardner. Mm-hmm. His Thursday top 10. I used to listen to that all the time, and that's how I really deep dove into more classic rock artists and stuff. And I remember talking about with my mom and my dad, like, oh yeah, I listened, and then my dad would tell me something about, oh yeah, I saw this band, I saw them like at this show, and this year I was like. I like to make the parallel to the shows, but like, you make those attachments so that they're not characters, they're physical people, but like you build, like I said, I've listened to them for, at this point, almost close to 30 years. They've been a part of my life, which is wild. Right. But like a quick segue story. I was at a Flyers game. We were at what then was Xfinity Live when we were in, I was at Victory Beer Hall. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting there and me and Sarah were having, drinking a pretzel or whatever before going. And then she's like, is that Nick at the McIlwain? He was at the bar. Oh, nice. And I'm like, you know what? I walked over out of curiosity, and like, it wasn't uncomfortable. It was like you just talked to your buddy. Like he didn't. He's like, I'm not. He didn't. It didn't come off like I'm better. It was like, this is my friend. Like that vibe. I've always heard that they're super approachable. I have a funny Converse story. Go. Had a game down at inline where we play, and there's a Sequoia Outback right there, and they have a relationship with MMR, and they've had like parties. They have, the guys from Preston Steve there. And I remember stopping at that Wawa there in Hatfield, and I'm in, I didn't put two and two together, but I'm in the aisle, and me and this dude are making eye contact. I'm like, that's Steve, isn't it? And he sees me looking like he knows I know him, but I'm like, I don't want to be that guy. Like, he's getting his dinner. Like, I'm sure it's been a long day. And it's like, from everything I heard, like if I went up and said something to him, he'd be all about it. But I totally checked that. So I hope, Steve, you hear this and remember that awkward big fuck like looking at you over the tasty cakes. Like, that was Steve? Him. But that's the same thing. Like, Nick was there with his girl. I'm like, I was like, I don't want to be that guy that interrupts him. I don't want to impose on them being able to be normal human beings. But like, it didn't feel like he was like, it didn't feel like that. Like some people like. But the cool thing, like the parallel with Steve did stand up, and like even on the show. Like you listen to him dive into like his stand up, and then like it's just, he's like a mentor almost to some people. Like the knowledge he has, and it's just those connections you build with those people. They're real people. They're real people. They're not influencers. They're not scripting things. They're real people on a real show. And I think that's very few and far between. A lot of stuff come up now. It feels like it's very targeted, very structured. And like, that's why we just let it rip. Like no scripts here. We just, this is us. What was it on Oktoberfest recently? Soderton did like their, like a first, cause now they've definitely brought that town back with, they got the Brass Collar Brewery there, and they got some other restaurants and stuff that they like, quick tease. We might be doing some kind of Altered Journeys for the Indian Valley Beer Festival, and I'm very much looking forward to that. But Harley's Haven, is that the one that they're going to be at? No, that's something different. Well, let's talk about Harley's Haven's going to be doing their annual Pints and Paws at Free Will. We'll talk about that too. We'll be at that too. Yeah. So they were doing like their first ever Oktoberfest like crawl. Like you could get like kind of like the Percy Ale Trail, the thing where you can stamp and then you got like a prize or something at the end. And Kathy she has her jewelry line and she was selling, and, you know, I went up and just said, hey, I'm really sorry. Like, you know, cause I think it wasn't that long. Like it was that was getting, it was fresh. Yeah. I don't even think, cause she started her show getting close to Christmas time, right?
Yeah.
Like,
it wasn't an immediate shift to that.
So I think that before that announcement came out, it might've even been, you know, when I just said, hey, I really like to, you know, listen on the show. I'm sorry they did that, you know, and again, she's very nice, very approachable, you know, listened. You don't feel like they're just, you know, they get it all the time from people, but they're not like blowing you off.
No. And like, that's the thing. Again, we're on an astronomically smaller scale, but when we're out in the wild, like we want you to come up and talk to us. That's the whole point of this. Like this whole thing is a strike up conversation to hang out, to build community. And that's why we very much leaned heavy into local. And again, they were our inspiration. Like, I don't want to get caught, but like we grew up with that. Like, I think that is the piece that's starting to detract from things. And we're trying to bring that back. And again, we're one voice, but we have a lot of voices that have the same mission, and we're going to try and bring them together and create that community again.
We're still going to enjoy the content from the macro providers, the rich studios and stuff. Don't we talk about it here. It's a very big part of nostalgia. Don't get us wrong, but if you ask us like big picture, what we're looking to do with this project is definitely, I know that I used this word already a couple times, is reclaim something, like reclaim a medium, even though it may not be over the radio airwaves. You know, it exists now on the internet as a podcast, as streaming. We're looking to reclaim something that you can say that's this area.
Yes. That tie, that connection to it, because I think if you were to make it granular, the connection doesn't exist on a lot of stuff that comes out now. It feels very much like formulaic to like, this is why I made this, to get this reaction. Whereas when you get that real human connection, that's hard to find. And I think that you find that so much more with local and these smaller businesses and these smaller local musicians. They just, the passion, the community, like that piece again is what we're trying to reclaim.
Like if we get you going to some of these places that you wouldn't have gone to because you didn't hear about them, like that's a success.
If you guys hopped to Steel Penny because we got sloppy and ate some sandwiches and they were delicious, win.
You got your sweet tooth going. You go over see Baked by Michaela. You know, and
we're always good at singing.
And we got stuff. We got stuff up my neck of the woods too that we're gonna bring on as well. And that's and then the friends that we've already made so far in this short journey, it's been fun. I mean, and we want to just build on that. It's not that we're like, oh, we did our thing and we're moving on. We want to keep growing. And, if we bring other people together because of stuff.
If people can sit there and say, we made two people and introduced them, or they got introduced to a restaurant or a person or whatever, and they made that connection because of us, that's the word. We're not clout chasing. We're trying to build a community.
If somebody finds a delicious new restaurant to go to because they sat down and listened to our dick and fart jokes for an hour plus, God damn it, we're doing something.
I mean, we use the tagline a lot of Altered Universe, but that's collectively, that's what that to us means, is this community, whether it's the creators we've spoke with, the restaurants we've reviewed, the places we've been, the local spots. That is the Altered Universe. That's the community. And that's the piece that I think we're really going to lean into this season. We got a big idea and a big thing that we're going to try and make come to fruition. We started working on it. Once we get more to it, we're going to unveil that to you. But I think it's going to be something amazing for everybody.
We're going to go for it.
We're going to take that shot.
If we fail, we fail. If we don't, it's high reward, risk. Low risk. Yeah, low risk, high reward for us. Really.
Yes, I agree.
Because if we don't make this into something that helps, other creators and businesses, whatever, we're at where we're at now.
Then we're just a bunch of idiots in an attic.
This has already been more than we could have imagined and fun. And if it ends here, it's still something to talk about. But I don't think it is, because
I think we've only just begun, and that's not cockiness or anything. That's just I just think there's so much more to tap into and so much more.
And I want to be clear. I don't think that's because we're fucking geniuses. I think that's because of you guys. The people who we've already made relationships with and who've reached out to us and collabed with us. That's why this has already gone where it's gone so far.
And thank you.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And we feel like there's more that we can do to all help each other here. And again, Eff-Em. We're reclaiming something here that
join us.
Something local that belongs to Philly, from Philly area, by Philly area.
Altered Judgement.
Damn it, that's what we're doing.
I fucking love it.
We'll be right back.
And we are back with another Backyard Buzz segment. This time we've steered, I'd say arguably the polar opposite direction from baked goods to, I mean, it's still baked, but we got some crazy good looking pizza, some amazing looking sandwiches, and arguably the most delicious salad I have seen in my life.
Hashtag health.
Yes, that is a bowl of health. But I mean, I got to credit where credit's due. Dean and Heather, thank you so much for hooking us up with this stuff here. We can't wait to dig in. Steel Penny is obviously who we're featuring this time. They're located over in Hat Barrel. One of the coolest places I've been to. Me and my wife usually went for breakfast, for coffee, and things of that nature. And now it's time to try some of the lunch and dinner stuff. Real neat spot. The decor inside, amazing. They're actually inside almost like a scrapyard, which is not a place where you'd expect to, see and get the food that we're looking at here, but
Sell your old junker and then go in and get a nice slice.
rip some Detroit style and get rid of that old fridge. That's what's all about.
And dude, it's full circle. GM cars, they're old at Detroit.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at you. Heather and Dean, again, thank you for this. We're going to dive in, tell you what it's all about, let you know, and I think it's about time. I can't stop looking at this, so I think it's time to taste it. So let's
ready.
get in there.
So this is the burrata salad, I believe it's called. Yes, burrata.
Ooh.
And let me read off what is in here. This looks delicious. So we got heirloom cherry tomatoes,
Right there.
burrata, Sicilian extra virgin olive oil, balsamic glaze, arugula. I like that word.
I do like arugula.
Basil pesto.
Basil?
Basil. Wesselton. Don't know why that popped in my head. Basil, pesto, salt, black pepper, nut free. Not after I eat those.
Not after we're done here, dude. That's on everything.
Yeah.
I think it's just better.
So while we still are in their good graces, let's
let's
get
in there.
All right.
So Chef Nick's pointer was one of us eats, one of us talks. So
You go first, then.
I'll go first. I'm going to dive right in.
All right. So while you're going in there, I'm trying to get like a good
Oh my God.
little bit of everything.
No lie. I can literally taste everything you mentioned.
All right. Here we go.
How about it? While Joe's diving in, I'm going to tell you how delicious that was. Get a little bit of everything. I haven't crushed any of that. I want to get some cheese up there.
Oh, yeah. I definitely had some cheese on that bite.
Got to rip one of these tomatoes.
Dude.
Oh my God, dude.
It's all the ingredients, it's lighter ingredients overall, but
Dude,
it's not like a heavy dressing or anything, but it's
no, but it is
full
delicious.
of flavor.
Little hint of sweetness. Cheese
Yes.
balances it out.
The cheese is a good cut.
The tomatoes are amazing. Everything, it just slaps.
Trying not to put this fork in the tomato and shoot tomato juice all over my new shirt.
It's okay. We got warranty on everything in the studio.
That's
We
right.
can squirt all you want, Joe. All right. Look,
I'm
again,
finishing the plate.
I'm not a huge salad guy, but this has changed me. A little greenery in there.
I'm chewing into the mic for our ASMR fans.
Got that AJSMR. Sarah hates.
Or pissing my wife off.
I
Because
was gonna say Sarah hates the food one, but it's actually a pretty heavy.
demographic.
Yeah, I was gonna say that people love like.
I fall asleep to those videos all the time.
If Sarah would kill me.
Well, that's why there's headphones.
I go to sleep with these headphones on, just listen to myself chewing the salad.
Listen,
Look,
that was phenomenal.
guys, that was only the trailers. All right, there's some full movies sitting over there.
All right, we had our veggies. Now we get into the good stuff. All right, hold that up while I tell them about the blat.
The blat.
So this is the blat. So that's supposed to be bacon, lettuce, avocado, and tomato.
Yeah, we learned that. I was having trouble guessing the A, but it's very obvious that it's avocado. Look at that slice right there.
So it's thick cut bacon, 2 C's,
She thick.
romaine lettuce, avocado, tomato, mayonnaise, salt, and black pepper.
And again, on the house-made bread, come on.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah. But yeah. So this is going to be an amazing journey. I can't wait to dive in there.
I'm gonna go first this time.
Joe can go first this time. I'm going to just
I'm gonna
stare
try
at the,
not to make a giant mess here.
blat and talk about it while you are enjoying it, because I'm anticipating how delicious this is going to be. But the bread itself might get like, oh, dude.
Oh my god.
Joe's speechless. So, yeah, this is an amazing sandwich. You can see it's almost like a cross section of like, you know,
The
like a geode.
BLT is already a top tier sandwich for me. You throw in the creaminess of the avocado on this bread. The bread makes it, I feel like.
Dean, this bread. I mean, you already knew. Oh my God.
The bacon, like, look, you can kind of see here, the bacon's like cooked. I like my bacon a little crispier too.
It's got the crisp on the outside, but once you get to it, it's got a little bit of chew too, which really works.
Which I'm
with the whole
fine with,
sandwich.
yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't like floppy bacon.
no, nobody likes floppy bacon.
No.
Crispy bacon.
Crispy bacon.
But I mean, the tomatoes fresh, lettuce fresh, the bread, like Joe said, the bread. I mean, the bread alone, dude. The avocado, like you said, the creaminess of the avocado blended with the thick cut bacon, with that bread.
Absolute home run.
Oh my God. All right,
So, okay.
let's dive back in.
So we got next up, this is the sun-dried pesto cutlet. Ooh. And it looks phenomenal. Yeah, let's get a little shot for the people
Get a
here.
little looky.
Oh, yeah. All right, so let's run down the ingredients here. House-made chicken cutlet. Oh, I know that's going to be amazing. I can
already
the
tell.
breading on it already looks phenomenal. House-made sun-dried tomato pesto, sharp provolone. I love a good sharp provolone.
Let's just assume everything's made in house at this point. 'Cause I feel like
Arugula, tomato, lemon balsamic
I was gonna say,
glaze.
there's a little balsamic right there.
Yeah, and finish it off again with some salt and black pepper.
I cheated a little bit. All right, you dive into this one because I'm gonna.
You want me to? Okay, I'm
for
gonna
it.
be. So I'm gonna move my mic a little bit because
for it.
I feel like this is gonna.
These cross sections are insane. Like, I mean,
Like, look,
come on.
I go to pick it up and you can see underneath. Oh
Look,
my god.
we got big boy hands, and this still can't. It looks. I mean, if it's any, I can already tell. I don't even need a taste to know that's gonna be amazing.
You figure it out.
You
when it
guys,
tastes out.
yeah.
I'm not describing it. It's
No.
amazing. I'm too busy chewing.
I'm diving right in, kids. Oh God. All right. All right. Sorry, Nick. We broke the rule, but I can't help it. I was hungry.
The breading on that cutlet,
Top notch.
unbelievable.
Perfect crisp, nice light area, not overbearing. Blends together. It's another thing where once you get a bite with everything, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I got a good corner bite here. There's a good bit of that.
Get in that
sharp-
corner there, nice and deep like. Oh yeah. That helps. You don't have to worry about us talking. You got a little Sims building music. Oh wait, don't come for us. EA. I think they own Sims now. Don't do it. But I think the key is you got to break that initial bite layer, and then when you can get a bite where you can get a little bit of everything, dude, everything works.
Sorry, I've been busy chewing that entire time. Absolutely. No, I agree. Once you get all the ingredients together, I love it.
Like,
It's
I'm not
great.
saying the bites without all the ingredients aren't good, but when you get a little bit of everything,
This is going to be the challenging bites here, the big ones.
it's like a food symphony. All right, all the instruments are there. Maybe you get a couple here and there, but when you get all of them and the orchestra's there and the conductor's just hitting, that's how you know you just did it. Ooh, I got a little piece of cutlet slipped out, so I'm gonna go with a straight up cutlet bite. Oh God.
Dude,
Yep.
again, the cutlet is, the chicken itself is still nice and moist and juicy. Nice white
Dude,
meat in there.
Dean must have gone to Hogwarts because that dude is magic.
And yeah, the breading on the cutlet, can't speak for it enough. It's just it's another sandwich with just ingredients that all work together. Another home run. All right,
All right, let's dive into some piazza.
let's get into the za.
I'm gonna give a close up of the za while you describe.
All
the
right,
za.
so we're starting off with the sweet and spicy.
Oh,
And my looking at these ingredients, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
And I just can't hide it.
can't.
So
I see
we
it.
got got roasted garlic, mozzarella, arugula, sausage, ricotta. Pardon me, my horrible pronunciation.
Locatelli is on point.
Locatelli pecorino romano.
That is some, for those in the cheese world, that is some top notch cheese.
Did I say it right?
I mean, that's how I would have said it.
Cool. Cherry pepper relish.
Ooh, I can see that.
And honey. Oh, I feel like the honey's gonna.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's gonna mesh. Yeah, for what it's worth, Dean, make sure you get your veggies on everything because there is
Yes.
arugula and everything, so you can't
Healthy.
say you didn't. Yeah,
This is so. What we're saying is you should eat just this every day, and you will lose weight.
Yes.
Disclaimer: Altered Judgement is not going to assume responsibility for your personal weight loss journey.
Yeah, we support the steel penny diet, but cannot guarantee results.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA, CDC.
We can guarantee happiness and
Yeah.
deliciousness.
Oh, you'll be happy.
You will be happy.
Yeah. All right, Alex. I think you should give that. Well, let's get some music this time.
Yeah, let's get some music this time because then we let her go and then I'll start.
Yeah,
over
whatever.
again.
It's good.
I'm gonna take a bite and then I'll recue it. Oh my god.
Here we go. Here goes nothing.
Get in there, Joe. Oh my god. It's another one of those things where when all the elements combine, even by themselves fine, but when all the elements combine, you're like, I get it. It's like the epiphany moment and you're like, oh.
That spice definitely has some kick.
Oh, there's a sweet. Oh, get into that relish. Oh. Oh. She got a bite. Oh man. It's a good bite though. Oh yeah, when you get into that pepper relish at the top there. Oh. Oh my god.
Delicious.
Yeah. We've done enough hot sauce to where this is. Oh dude, you got a little lip tingle on that one.
Oh, I thought you were telling me I had something on my lip. I was gonna be like, I'm saving that. I'm saving that for
Did you
later.
get some of that relish up in there?
I did.
Oh dude. The cheese, see, the bite is taken out by the cheese. Again, it's one very calculated. Dean killing it.
There it is. Frank's gonna have something. All right, so we're gonna wrap up the pizza and our last food to try here from Steel Penny. We got the Capodonna. It's a Detroit style pizza, and like the crust, just the crust on this. I've got a good corner
Well, so
piece.
there's a term for it, but he does cheese around the edges. I forget exactly what the term is, but it's dude. Look at that.
I'm gonna call it cheese around the edges.
I like it. Yeah, that's the technical term.
That's an
There is
industry term.
there is an industry term for it, but we're just gonna roll with cheese around the edges because we're not foodies.
All right, so we got in this one roasted garlic, ricotta, signature sauce,
Oh, no secrets.
vodka sauce. So 2 sauces, a signature sauce and a vodka sauce.
We did a regular sauce. We did a vodka sauce. We did the.
We got basil pesto and locatelli pecorino romano. Again, it says nut free. No promises.
No
after
promises.
this.
I mean, we're just gonna dive right in and get some musica.
Let's
Yes.
do it.
No.
Should we break Chef Nick's rule and just
Yeah,
both do
dude.
it?
Chef Nick. We'll
He's
try
already
next
like,
time.
you guys
He's
messed
like-
this up so bad.
He's already judging.
All right. Dude, so like the bite.
Dude,
Not
yeah.
even at the corner cheese part yet, but
No, that is like. Let's see if I can get that in there. It's gonna be hard to see, but look at the. Yeah. Hope you can see it. But no, it's like it. She looked thick, but she airy.
all right, I'm getting a good corner bite with vodka sauce. It looks like.
Dude. Dean. Come on. Nailed it.
Dude,
Like I
I'm
said,
gonna have to do some pondering on what my favorite is now.
all of the above. No, like you said, the best part about this is it looks like it's gonna be hefty, but it's airy. That crust with the
Right.
cheese on the edge, like this looks like it's gonna put you to sleep. It might still, because we went on a journey, but this one solo, not putting you to sleep.
No.
It's got, dude. I wish I could get maybe later. I'll take
Oh,
a
I just
picture
got a
of it.
good piece of cheese hanging
I'm
out
going
there.
right in the middle. Yeah, I was gonna say I got that middle. I gotta dive in there. Oh, dude. It's another one of those, I call them the symphony bites. Every ingredient was in that bite. Boom. My God. But obviously, Steel Penny, everything we've tasted, amazing. I'm gonna guarantee you can't go wrong with anything in the menu. The other thing about them too is this is just the dinner and lunch stuff. Their coffee's amazing. And I think it was like 20 plus different flavor syrups and some wild ones. Like I saw Honey Nut Cheerio syrup. I don't even know how you do that. It's on the menu. I'm gonna have to try it.
Listen, I hate to take away from any potential or current viewers, but what the fuck are you doing watching us right now?
Why aren't you at Steel Penny?
Yeah, seriously. I question your judgment. We
Your
have
altered
altered
judgment.
judgment, but what's up with your judgment?
But no lie, some of the most unique syrups, the coffees are amazing. I love the lattes. Anything you get, again,
it's a latte fun.
it's a latte fun. But the other thing is the breakfast sandwiches. So you've seen the bread on the regular sandwiches here. The breakfast sandwiches are next level. That thick cut bacon that was on the blat is also on the breakfast sandwich. And what I personally like is it's not your normal folded egg. It's not your regular scrambled egg. It is a hard-boiled egg split on that focaccia bread with that thick-cut bacon and some cheese to hold it all together. And it is arguably one of the best breakfast sandwiches I've personally ever had. I'm a breakfast girly.
So was I to understand and everything they wanted us to try, this was like their centerpiece? Like this is what you gotta have? I gotta tell you, I get it. I think this is my favorite. I think the Blatt now is second.
The Detroit style pizza, I would argue nobody local is doing it like this. I would argue it rivals anything you can pull against. It is some of the best Detroit style pizza, if not the best Detroit style pizza I have had in my 37 years of existence.
I've never had a Detroit style pizza.
Well, look at you.
So
pop that Detroit cherry.
Every Detroit style pizza after this is going to be a giant disappointment.
The bar has been set so high, nothing. But
I'm going to go to Detroit and be like, you don't know what you're doing.
Once I finish my bite here, we'll do a little closeout.
So we reached out nice to Chicago, and now we're shitting on Detroit.
We're really alienated.
That might help us in Chicago.
It might. But now that I'm done enjoying my deliciousness there, again, wanted to thank Heather and Dean for allowing us to do this.
Thank you so much.
Like, oh, come on. We might not make it through the rest of the episode because, I don't know where this is going to end the episode, but we did this first. We're going to be a little sleepy boys.
I'm already tired. I got a big full tum-tum.
My tum-tum's full. But no, again, thank you so much for allowing us to do this. The food's amazing. Get out there. Go try Steel Penny. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You can't go wrong. Even if you're just stopping in for a coffee. Amazing.
Should we, socials?
We should do socials.
Steel Penny, all one word with an underscore on Instagram.
They're across all socials. I'll pop them on here with, I'll make a little thing for it. But the other thing I want to say is like, obviously pop in, grab some coffee, but take the time to sit down in that building because the atmosphere, everything they do there when you walk through the door, again, it's such a cool setting. It's in that, scrapyard. And then when you walk into the building itself, like the decor and you look around, your eyes are just, it's like a little museum in there. It's a great spot, great vibe. And again, I've said it a couple times now, but Heather and Dean, thank you. Hope you like this as much as we did. And, I think we're going to take a break.
Yeah, we're going to try to collect ourselves and finish the show. It's going to be tough. So
we'll be back.
We'll be back.
Oh my. Altered Judgement.
We good? It's recording. That's recording. That's recording. Let's rip an outro.
We're rolling.
Move in now. Move back. That was not the air horn. It's so bad.
Could you picture Fred Durst singing with the fucking...
Move in, now move back.
I did it. Hold on, ready? I did it all for the nookie. The nookie. So you can take that cookie and stick it.
Yeah.
All
right.
Anyway.
We are back.
I hope that makes the final cut.
Everything makes the final cut. I'm like, I edit. Meanwhile, I'm just like, I dump all the footage and hope for the best. But now,
I like when I cough, but I hope you edit it out. You're like, fuck you.
For context, I literally declare I'm not going to edit out. So it's
like,
fucking
no, everybody's
transparency.
going to know about your goddamn allergies.
But now, this episode felt great.
This is great.
I fucking loved everything about this one. We got some thank yous.
Yes.
Steel Penny.
Steel Penny, thank you. That was delicious.
Heather and Dean. Again, you'll see us again, but everything was phenomenal. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to try these things and share them with the masses.
And your recommendations?
Top notch. Joe's going to come all the way from Quakertown to get some food.
I will.
I guarantee it. Who else? We got some other thank yous.
We had Superlytes here.
Superlytes. We're going to thank Stateside for bringing, again, I would argue they've always brought unique drinks. When they brought their stuff into the, the carbonated, like when White Claw and all them were in there, Stateside's they're better. I'm sorry. They are.
Listen, the adult beverage market is looking for low calorie.
Yes.
Looking for low ABV alternative.
I would argue lack of bubbles is fantastic.
Lack of carbonation.
Now, the vodka ones, their other ones, the Statesides are carbonated, but they're not aggressive. Every time I drank like a White Claw and the other stuff, not cool.
Plus, you mixed it in with like a nostalgia, like a Gatorade. Again,
well, also it is actual vodka and not malt. Malt destroys me. But
it's malt, yeah. It does have a weird taste in malted
beverages.
It does. That works when you have actual spirits.
And I am a alcoholic iced tea girly. Yours, again, I'm not being biased. They're the best. I've tried a lot of them. Surfsides are always what I go back to. I love every single one of them. And again, you drop something unique. I can't think of anything else that does what Superlytes doing. These are delicious. They have a niche. There's nothing out there competing with it. They're great. I loved it.
Yeah.
They have their spot.
Van Luz, thanks again. These
Van
are
Luz.
Altered Judgment's almost sold out.
The cans are gone, but the draft is there. And once the draft's gone,
But here's the good news. They have so many other great beers.
they do. You can't go wrong. Pick any number on that menu. Delicious. Galen crushes it. Rachel's there. Sometimes Jim's there. The place is great. Go visit them.
I mean, they weren't on, but Preston Steve, the whole gang.
Preston Steve, yeah, thank you
Casey
for
Boy,
thank you for
Nick,
my
Kathy,
childhood, my
Marissa.
adulthood, the inspiration for this podcast, the inspiration behind a lot of things. Thank you for just being you guys.
Yes. I mean,
Joe can big influence on Joe too.
So many hours of entertainment I couldn't even begin to count. And again, the big inspiration for what we're doing here and the style and approach we're taking. It's, you know, the only thing I'd say is we get to say fucking, you guys don't. I mean,
Yeah.
well, you do.
Hey,
but
come on
you
our
gotta
show.
dump.
You guys can say fuck as much as you want.
You could come on here and say fuck all you want. I would be so fucking happy.
And at that, I think that's a natural quitting point here. This was a great episode. We got a lot coming up. This felt great. A new studio, new everything.
I mean, there's really only one more thing to do.
There is one more thing to do.
You gotta like, comment, and subscribe.
Tell us you hate us.
Tell us we suck, or tell us you love us.
Please, love us is nice. Let's change up. Tell us
That'd
you
be
love
nice,
us.
Yeah. YouTube again.
YouTube.
Please.
We're
If you have
pushing for a
moment.
hundy. Help us.
Yes, I think apparently it might unlock some potential for us. So
We always unlock potential here at Altered Judgment, but I think it's time. Cheers. Let's get out of here.
cheers.
We'll see you next time, guys.
We'll catch you next time, guys.
Nailed it.
Beautiful.
Boop. Boop.
Altered Judgment.